My brother-in-law left before the youngest was even walking, and ever since my sister has been working late, except the lipstick and the perfume that isn't hers tell a different story. I found out how bad things really were when my nephew, 14, texted me at 9 p.m. asking if I knew how to fix the circuit breaker because the power had been out since dinner and his mom wasn't answering her phone. I drove over. 3 kids, ages 14, 9, and 6, sitting in the dark eating cereal out of the box because the fridge had gone warm and nothing inside it was safe to eat anymore. That was the first night I saw what their life actually looked like. After that, I started showing up more. Not to snoop, just to help. I taught my nephew how to do laundry so his little sisters would have clean uniforms. I packed lunches. I sat with the 6-year-old while she sounded out her reading homework because nobody else had the time or patience for it. My sister would roll in around midnight smelling like a bar and go straight to bed without checking on any of them. When I brought it up gently, she cried. Said I had no idea what it was like to be alone, to be exhausted, to be judged by everyone including her own family. I believed her for a while. I told myself she was drowning, not neglecting. I kept helping instead of confronting because I didn't want to be the villain who called CPS on my own sister. The kids started needing me instead of her. My nephew called me before he called his mom when he got detention. My youngest niece asked if she could just live with me for a little while, which turned into her asking almost every weekend. I said yes every time because saying no felt like abandoning them the way she already had. The breaking point came at my nephew's middle school awards night. He'd entered an essay contest about a person who changed my life, not knowing the winning essays got read aloud in front of the whole auditorium. I sat in a folding chair between 2 empty seats meant for his parents, and when they called his name, I clapped so hard my hands hurt. Then he stood at the podium and started reading. He wrote about a house that used to smell like burnt macaroni and static electricity from a dead TV nobody paid to fix. He wrote about a mother who was a stranger who slept in the next room. And then he wrote about an aunt who taught him CPR from a YouTube video just in case, who showed up with groceries and never once made him feel like a burden. He ended it by saying I was the only adult who ever made him feel like he had a parent. The room clapped. A teacher wiped her eyes. My sister, who'd shown up 10 minutes late and slid into the seat beside me, went white and then red. She didn't say anything until we were in the parking lot. Then she turned on me in front of all 3 kids and said I had turned her own son against her, that I'd been playing house with her family this whole time, that I thought I was better than her. My nephew stood there frozen, still holding his certificate, watching his mother scream at the one adult who'd shown up for him. I didn't yell back. I just asked her quietly when the last time was that she'd made any of them breakfast. She didn't have an answer. I wish I could say things got better overnight, but they didn't. What happened instead was slower and, honestly, more real. Her older brother, our brother, found out what had been going on and sat her down without me in the room. 2 months later, she started going to therapy. Actual therapy. Not just crying to whoever would listen. She got a job with daytime hours. I stepped back, not out of the kids' lives, but out of the parenting seat that was never supposed to be mine. Last week, my nephew asked if I could come to his next award ceremony too. Not because his mom couldn't, but because he wanted both of us there. I said yes. I'm not a hero in this story. I'm just the person who showed up when someone had to, and who's still figuring out how to hand that role back without letting go completely.